One day we're going to get a standard intro into the show.
Are we?
But until that day, yeah, maybe we never will.
Yeah,
So Herb and Raj podcast. It's bowl season. Herb, bowl expert. If you follow all my picks and go the exact opposite, you will be doing well. And of course, Raj, the talent, the superstar.
The entertainment.
The entertainment, yeah, obviously. This is our podcast, but we are also going to post this on YouTube as well. So we're going to try and be on our best behavior this time.
Are we always on our best behavior?
We've never been on our best behavior.
Okay.
I don't think since the day we were born.
Okay.
If you're watching on YouTube, it will be in 2 parts. So if you skip the first part with all the earlier bowls, no one will blame you. But we hope if you watch it, at least give us a click, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Raj, are you a little less excited for bowl season when Alabama's in a regular bowl? Be honest.
Yes, and it's more I'm less excited for the playoff. That's what it is. Like, I'm excited to watch our bowl game. It'll be interesting, even though we don't know if Bryce or Will Anderson will be playing. But when it comes to actual playoff game, I'll watch the playoff game, but I'm just like, at the end of the day, it is what it is. Like, we're not in there, so I can care less who wins. But
yeah. Like, we might watch the national championship game again together, but there will be like no. What I'm gonna miss is no slapping your hands, no excitement, no screaming out there. They're trying to keep quiet so you don't wake up the neighbors, that kind of thing.
Last year was pretty cool experience at y'all's house. It's just unfortunately it wasn't out.
Yep. So, all right, we ready to get to it?
Let's do it.
Starting off this Friday, which by the time we get this out there and posted, will maybe be tomorrow.
Correct.
We're starting off 10:30 in the morning, Miami of Ohio against UAB. I always want to say at UAB. It's not really. Right. This is an interesting one because UAB is favored in this game. It's in the Bahamas.
Right.
Miami, Ohio, probably a little more excited to be there. UAB, there's still some controversy surrounding their coaching selection because a lot of the kids wanted the interim coach to be the coach, and they went and got Dilfer instead. So you really never know. This is how you pick your bowl games. Who wants to be there? Who's more motivated?
Yeah. Is Dilfer coaching in this game?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think he probably don't even know the players yet.
Right. I'm about to say.
I'm going to pick UAB just to go out on top and have a winning record at the end of the year. But knowing what I know about... Oh, I'm sorry. We forgot something. Yeah. This year, we are putting in all our picks in the ESPN Bowl Mania.
Yes.
And there will be punishment for the loser.
Right.
Which is funny. We don't reward the winner. We just punish the loser.
We just punish the loser, right.
Yes, so that's...
But in a way, that's also like rewarding the winner, seeing the punishment for the loser. So
is that how we think? Is that how we think? That's terrible, Rod.
And we haven't decided what the punishment will be yet, but maybe if anybody likes to comment or whatever, just let us know what they want to see as a punishment. Maybe we can follow along with that.
I'm down with that. That would be fun. So
I'm
picking UAB in this game though.
I'm picking the hometown squad UAB for that reason. I would like to see them in at 7-6, and then I know you earlier mentioned the Trent Dilfer coaching acquisition. I guess I think it's a good hire. I think he's got a good football background. It may not necessarily be what some of the players wanted, but as far as his football IQ and his football mind, I think it's going to be good for UAB.
Right. And I think that's what it is. Not necessarily they don't think he's a good mind. They just don't like that their voices weren't heard during the search. Which
right.
I had to tell them that's you usually don't ask the players that.
No. The ADs, so they don't do that, right?
Now this one could be a fun one.
Two ranked teams.
Utsa and Troy. Number 25 and 24. Close game. It was 11-2. I gotta go with Troy, right? Do you have to go against your? Do you got to pick your Utsa fellas?
I'm not picking us. I'm gonna go with the home state squad of Troy. I'm going with Troy in this one. And before we continue talking about this one, let it be known that Utsa was first heard on the Herb and Raj podcast. We're the ones who coined Utsa. Just throwing that out there.
So let me ask this: do your Utsa mates know that you're not picking them? Like, has there been any discussions? Like, is there any little jealousy, a little anger?
No. I mean, no anger. Discussions, yes. I've talked to a few Utsa people, and they're like, okay, cool, that probably don't watch the podcast anyway. But anyway,
there's If they watch the podcast, then would you pick them?
If they watch the podcast, I still have to be honest and dedicated and faithful to the show and still give my honest opinion. So I'm sorry, I'm picking Troy in this one.
I'm picking Troy.
And the fact that the game is in Orlando and we used to go to Disney World and stuff and Universal Studios when we were younger. That's so irrelevant.
I'm just gonna throw out a point that doesn't matter, but there you go.
Yes. So we're both picking Troy in this one.
Yeah, we're both picking Troy.
All right.
This is gonna be a weird challenge if we both just pick the same teams the whole time.
I know. Well, I don't think that's gonna pan out.
Then we go to Saturday morning, Cincinnati at Louisville. Now, Louisville. Wait, which way did this go? Cincinnati just jacked Louisville's coach.
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So that could be an interesting little subplot there. Hard to get a read on both these two teams. I think I'm going to go with the team that was in the playoffs sooner. I'm going to go with Cincinnati in this one, right?
That's what I, unfortunately, to agree with you again, that's what I was saying. I just think Cincinnati has they do have the stronger record. And like I said, last year, they actually made it to, was it the Cotton Bowl last year? And we beat them 27-6. They've only lost 3 games this year, and they have a chance to make another 10-win season. So I'm going to go with Cincinnati.
Nice, like it. This will be an interesting one. Florida and Oregon State. Oregon State ranked number 14. Florida with the good run game. Anthony Richardson, I don't think playing in this game.
No, he declared for the draft. So.
Declared for the draft. Yeah, so playing in this would be meaningful for him. I think I'll just pick Oregon State and just kind of because. I don't know how motivated Florida. What, you're picking Florida?
I'm picking Florida in this one. I'm picking Florida.
Is this a go against her pick or is this an actual pick?
Actual pick. This is an actual pick. Okay. I think this is going to be obviously a matchup between an SEC and a Pac-12 school. With that being said, I think the strength is going to be with the SEC in this game. Even though Anthony Richardson is not playing, and to be honest, if he was playing, I think it might give Florida even a little more edge.
Right.
But I'm going to go with Florida in this one.
Okay. Our first disagreement. The show's over. We're gonna have to cancel everything. We're not even mentioning these bowls or anything. Fenway Bowl was the Cincinnati and Louisville. Las Vegas Bowl was Florida and Oregon State. Man, but fire Bob, Rod. She's not keeping us on track.
I'll talk to Bob after the show. I don't like to do it on air. I don't want to embarrass him or belittle him or anything like that. But I'll talk to him afterwards.
Okay. Yeah. Tell him we gotta do a better job. Okay. That brings us to the LA Bowl.
No, it's actually pronounced the La Bowl.
The La Bowl. Okay. The La Bowl. Okay. Named after LaDainian Tomlinson. Washington.
Oh, gosh.
No?
No, it's horrible. Yeah, I'm sorry.
All right. Washington State against Fresno State.
Yeah.
Fresno State is slight favorite in this one, but I don't know. When the big boys play the little boys, I usually pick the bigger one. I'm going with Washington State with a little minor upset.
I'm going to have to go with Fresno State in this one.
It's not even a state. You know that, right?
I know, but that's the name of the school.
Okay.
Yeah. I know Fresno. I get that, but that's the name.
I'm just making sure. Making sure.
Yeah, I didn't name them.
It's not my fault. Is that the no reasoning pick there?
No reasoning pick. I like that term. I like that. That is really a no reasoning pick. There's going to be more reason when we get to some of the bigger games, but this is a no reason pick. Another term that was coined from the Herd Raj podcast.
There you go. No reasoning pick. All right, there we go. All right, the Lending Tree Bowl. Any jokes about borrowing money before we just okay? Rice at Southern Miss.
Yeesh, so Rice is in this game without, even though they didn't win their 6 games, they still managed to squeeze into this bowl game. So
if you win the bowl and you still don't have a winning record, you're barred from being picked on the show.
I know.
You have to go Southern Miss.
We're both going Southern Miss in this one. Come on.
Yeah. That's just kind
of. So with that being said, how did Rice get in? Like I really thought. Okay, I thought you had to win at least 6 games, but
if we did any kind of research or prepared, we'd probably be able to tell people that. But
right.
It's Rice and Southern Miss. I mean, maybe they just ran out of teams that were actually bowl eligible, and then Rice got the pick. I don't know. I mean,
I guess that would kind of make sense. But how would Rice get the pick? Like, aren't there some other teams that might be deserving or within Rice? Or I don't know. We have to do our research on that. I'll talk to Bob about that one.
So. We say we're going to do research. We're going to forget about this as soon as we get out there. Let's be honest.
Gotcha.
All right.
All right, let's go to
this one. Obviously, I have no social life, so Saturday nights I don't do much anyway. The New Mexico Bowl with SMU and BYU is the kind of game I would watch because I think a lot of points are going to be scored.
Right. Well, you'll be watching the first 30 minutes of this game, but then you're going to turn to the Dolphins and the Bills game that comes on the 7th Saturday night.
I might, but I think that game will be over by 7:30, so I can catch the end of SMU and BYU again.
What do you mean it'll be over? Like, explain.
I don't know that.
No, I'm listening.
The Dolphins will be very competitive.
What? Are you kidding me?
When we do our NFL picks, which we haven't done for a couple weeks.
Okay, yeah, let's not stray from the subject. Okay.
But I'm probably
just remember
we were picking the Bills by double digits. Okay,
just remember we were undefeated in 1972. Go ahead.
Remember, none of us was born then, so I don't even know how you shoot. Okay, Raj.
So
I'm taking SMU in this game. What?
No, I was going to pick SMU as well.
But like I said, this will be one of the more fun games of the weekend. And if you're getting tired of watching Tua overthrow Tyreek Hill and Buffalo run up.
Whoa, I laughed at that one. You caught me. You caught me on that one. Tua and Cheetah. I'm sorry, guys. Herb caught me.
He said you caught me
slipping. He caught me slipping on that one. I don't think you overthrow him like you did the last two games, but let's get back on track.
I'm taking SMU.
I'm going to take Smooth as well.
Okay. You just because you want to say Smooth?
Yes, basically.
And then the night game, North Texas and Boise State in the Frisco Bowl. Frisco, Texas. Are you going to this game?
I'm not going to this game. We actually have a holiday party we are attending this Saturday.
You say that like if you weren't going to the party, you would watch this game. I mean, you would go to this game.
I wouldn't be going to this game anyway.
Yeah. Where is Frisco, Texas?
That's in Dallas. So
really?
North Texas. Yeah,
it's right next to you.
No, this will be like 35, 40 minutes for me.
Oh no.
I'm not going to this game. Okay.
All right. Well,
it's gonna be 40. It's gonna be like 40 degrees out there. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Ooh, yeah, definitely not.
Yeah.
I'm taking Boise State in this. You know what I would love with all this conference realignment is the Boise and with all the shuffling and with the expanded playoffs for Boise State to get back to being Boise State.
Yeah.
Be one of those teams to get in the playoffs.
The team that ran the trick plays against Oklahoma, that would be pretty cool. Yeah.
I feel like we're still just living off of that forever. Like they've done their stuff.
I mean, we are.
Huh?
We are. They've had some good seasons after that season, but I mean, that was just the one that you remember.
Yeah.
Running those three like trick plays, I think, and I want to say they were like back-to-back trick plays and winning that game. That was crazy.
Yeah. That was nice. I remember the hook and ladder what helped him tie it up.
Yeah.
And what the Statue of Liberty play is what won it for him.
Yeah, is that the one where they fake the pass and he hands it off to the guy? Yep. Yeah, that was pretty cool.
But it was before, like, they had just to get the touchdown, they'd run a trick play. And that was to go when they went for two. Then my man went in there, scored a touchdown, and proposed to his girl.
He did. That was pretty dope.
Yep, that was pretty dope. That was about 30 years ago. So, all right.
When do you think Alabama will run a Statue of Liberty type play?
Never.
Yeah, I thought that.
Yeah. If Saban is still the coach, they'll never run it. And
maybe
if they hire a new young offensive coordinator and he sees them practicing it, he's gonna kill somebody.
Yeah. He's like, what the heck are you guys doing? Yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna fire you. You just leave before I get you. All right, so back to the Frisco Bowl. You're going for Boise State.
Yes.
Okay.
I think they finished their season strong. The chance to get to 10 wins that's still a huge accomplishment. And I mean, North Texas.
It's not gonna happen. I've mentioned to you this before. My beautiful wife Sydney graduated from the University of North Texas. I think North Texas gets their 8th win of the season this year, and they upset.
You don't believe that? That's a marriage reasoning.
I'm writing it down right now.
That's fine. We'll take that loss.
I'm avoiding an argument.
Ooh, that's a good avoid an argument pick. That's what.
There we go.
I can respect that, Raj.
Yeah.
That gets us to Monday, of course. Marshall and UConn.
Yep.
UConn a great story this year. I mean, I know you're looking at a 6-6 team and thinking that's not great, but considering where UConn has come from and where they've been,
right,
this was an awesome season for them.
Yeah.
And because of that, I'm lending them my support in this game because I know they need me. I'm taking UConn to win this game. The Myrtle Beach Bowl. If UConn wants to fly me out to Myrtle Beach on Monday,
that would be pretty cool.
Gladly go watch it.
They can fly you out to watch them lose. I'm going to go ahead and pick Marshall in this one for the simple fact that my favorite wide receiver of all time, Randy Moss, went to Marshall.
How you gonna be a Dolphins fan and not pick a Dolphins wide receiver as your favorite?
I mean, I like Mark Duper. Mark Duper was pretty cool. Well, Randy Moss is just something else. Something else to watch.
Is he the best wide receiver of all time?
In my eyes, ooh, that's close because I have him up there with Jerry Rice and Megatron.
Nice.
Calvin Johnson, I just feel like due to his size, he was just darn near impossible to stop at times.
Yep.
And then Jerry Rice was just probably the best route runner of all time. So I have him up there, but Randy Ross is my personal favorite. So
I like it. All right, that brings us to the Potato Bowl on Tuesday.
That's gotta be embarrassing to play in the Potato Bowl.
Yeah, would you tell anybody you were playing in it?
No,
Hey, what bowl
would
game
say,
are you in? The Boise Bowl? That's what I would call it. The Boise State Bowl.
I would not say the Potato Bowl. People would laugh at me right away.
And this is one of those, if I was off work at 2:30 on a Tuesday, I just don't see myself watching
I still wouldn't watch
State
it,
in Eastern Michigan.
Yeah.
I'll pick San Jose State to win, but
I'm just gonna pick the favorite. Yes, I'm gonna go with San Jose
because they're favored. I mean, yeesh. You didn't tune in here for expert commentary, people.
Right.
We're gonna try to make you laugh.
We're trying to provide the entertainment.
Yes.
Once we get to enough subscribers, then we'll start working on the other stuff.
Once we start making some money, then we'll be a little more serious.
Exactly. We'll both buy new laptops and start figuring that stuff out.
Well, Liberty and Toledo in the Boca Raton Bowl.
Yeah.
Fun fact, the Boca Raton Bowl is held in Boca Raton, Florida.
How is that really a fun fact? That's just
I did my research, though, just to find that out for you.
You can tell that by the name of the bowl.
I mean, that too, if you want to cheat, but I'm just saying, like, I painstakingly took time out of my day to research, and you're just going to, you know what, fine. I want to take Toledo just because Liberty's losing their coach.
Hugh Freeze is gone, yeah. But with that being said, wait, Toledo's favored by 5. With that being said, I think Liberty goes out on a high note, and I think they're going to win this game.
No, you don't. You just
Yes,
look at the line all of a sudden.
All right. That's just your opinion. I'm taking Liberty. You're taking Toledo?
I'm taking Toledo. I think the kids are going to be sad. They have no coach. Like, if your head coach leaves before the game, nobody's actually allowed to coach your team. That's it.
Are you serious or just joking?
Oh, yeah, that's an NCAA rule.
Oh, okay. I'm sure. I'm going to look that one up after the show.
Would I lie to you on air?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That gets us to Wednesday night, the New Orleans Bowl. Now, I would
go to New Orleans versus South Alabama. I'm sorry, say it again.
I would go to New Orleans for the New Orleans Bowl, but probably never make it to the bowl game.
Yeah, exactly.
Western Kentucky and South Alabama. South Alabama favored by 4.5.
Right.
That's the end of my analysis.
Well, I think we're both picking South Alabama, aren't we?
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Name one player on either one of these two teams.
Western Kentucky. I know Bailey Zappi went to Western Kentucky.
Still?
He went. No, he plays for the Patriots.
Yeah. Okay.
South Alabama. Marcus Mariota. All right. Next game, the Armed Forces Bowl.
Wow. Okay.
The Armed Forces Bowl, which is actually being held here in Fort Worth, Baylor and Air Force.
Are you doing the ceremonial coin toss or for this game or no?
I actually am. I didn't know you knew about that, but wow, it was supposed to be a surprise. Yeah,
I have my sources as well, bud.
Okay. Yeah, they handed me a nice little contract, and they're gonna throw some things my way, and but we weren't supposed to talk about it on air.
Hey, are you not doing the coin toss?
I can't talk about that.
Okay. Hey.
Right.
Great.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
It should be against the rules to pick against an Armed Forces team, in the Armed Forces Bowl, but I'm taking Baylor.
I'm taking Baylor too, yeah.
I mean, this seems weird.
Shout out to everybody in the Air Force, and we appreciate your services, but we're going to have to roll Baylor in this one.
Sorry about that. That gets us to Friday afternoon, the Independence Bowl. Is this Christmas Eve?
Something like that.
Yeah. Louisiana at Houston. I'm taking Houston. Just too much fire.
I'm going to go Houston as well.
In their season on a good note.
Do you think there's going to be a lot of people free to watch this game? Get it? Independence Bowl?
So that takes us to Friday afternoon. Wake Forest at Missouri. I'm going to take
go with Mizzou. I'm going to go with Mizzou.
Yeah, and this is the Gasparilla Bowl.
What is a Gasparilla?
It's like an animal that anytime it eats, it goes, gasp.
I don't know if we're just doing this because we're trying to be funny or if it's just getting worse.
Like, I think it's just getting worse.
It's getting worse.
So before we went on air, I had a mixture of pink lemonade and Pepsi, and I think it's making me loopy.
Pink lemonade and Pepsi?
Yes.
Who mixes that? What are you, 5? Oh my gosh.
You know what? I'm taking Mizzou, and you can shove you and your jokes. How about that?
Okay. You could kiss my Gasparilla.
Now that one I'm gonna use.
Right.
you can kiss my Gasparilla.
We gotta get some T-shirts made.
We do. That's what we're gonna spend our first royalty check on.
Yes.
I think we're up to about 70 cents or something.
I saw it yesterday. 70 cents. Woo woo.
Oh, we're both playing.
Back up the Brinks truck.
Huh?
Yeah. I said back up the Brinks truck.
Yes, sir. The Hawaii Bowl.
Okay.
Now, I know it's a lesser down on the bowls, but is a nice consolation going to Hawaii.
Going to Hawaii, that's pretty cool.
So, I mean, was it one of those years that that Alabama was suspended or whatever, or not allowed to do postseason play? That's what they did, was schedule games at Hawaii against Hawaii just so the kids would have,
some travel, Will. Yeah.
That all brings us to Middle Tennessee versus San Diego State.
I'm going to go with San Diego State in this one.
Yeah, and just be like, Just one of those, this is going to be a boring game. That's why they let it be Saturday night at 7.
This is going to be a boring game. Fun fact about this game, Alabama's first opponent for the next for next season is Middle Tennessee.
Really?
Yes.
Are we playing in the middle of Tennessee? Does Middle Tennessee get some of Tennessee's pull? Okay. So Monday, the Quick Lane Bowl, named after Lane Kiffin and his quick offense, New Mexico State and Bowling Green.
Right. New Mexico State. Bowling Green's favored by 3.5.
So you're gonna pick them?
I'm gonna pick New Mexico State.
Just because?
Just because. Who are you picking?
No reason. I'm picking Bowling Green.
Okay, I'm going with New Mexico State. If they're the newer of the states, then
the jokes are definitely not improving.
No, they're definitely not. We really have to talk about this at the next budgeting meeting.
We have budgeting meetings?
Yeah, I didn't know we had a budget. Never go to them. Yeah,
I didn't know we had a budget.
I'll handle all the money.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You get all the 77 cents?
I'll give you one. That's it.
Tuesday, 11 a.m., the Camellia Bowl in Montgomery, Alabama, where you were born. Georgia Southern and Buffalo.
Okay.
It's sad. That's like an hour for me. I just wouldn't drive for this.
Yeah, I don't see why you would. I'm gonna go with Buffalo, I guess. I don't know.
Same here. They are Georgia Southern is favored in this game, but the little bit I've seen of them, I just haven't been that impressed. I'm taking Buffalo. And
what have you really seen of them?
They used to play like every Tuesday or Wednesday night for a while. So while I was doing other stuff, I'd glance up and see a play I didn't like. So
gotcha.
That's the end of my analysis for them.
Gotcha. We'll both pick Buffalo.
The First Responder Bowl, no jokes on that one. Memphis and Utah State. I guess I'd take Memphis.
Yeah,
Utah State I thought would be much better this year, but then Alabama smacked them around and they never recovered.
Yeah. I'm going to go with Memphis, too. They have cooler uniforms. And that's my reason for picking them. Those helmets with like the tiger claws and stuff is pretty cool.
Okay, so the Birmingham Bowl. Now, I'm not going to lie.
I
was hoping an SEC team would be in the Birmingham Bowl again, so I would have a reason to go.
You went last year, right?
I went last year because Auburn lost, to Houston last year.
Yep, I think so.
So, this year, it's a Tuesday night game. I wouldn't have to miss any work. If there were some cheap tickets out there or something, I'd go. But Coastal Carolina and Eastern Carolina, the Battle of the Carolinas is not really,
right.
Not as exciting. Coastal Carolina's quarterback is declared he's in the transfer portal, but I think he's staying to play for this game still.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that Coastal was the underdog by 8. I'm taking Coastal to win.
I'm taking Coastal too.
And say that he's going to make sure he puts on a good show for all those people he wants to recruit him in the transfer portal.
I agree. And fun fact about this game, our good friend Mike Edwards, his son plays a member for Eastern Carolina. Mike Edwards.
So if he watches this, he's going to hate us. Thanks, Raj.
I'm sorry, Mike. We're being honest.
He'll never forget. He's also an Auburn fan, though, so he probably doesn't like us anyway.
Yeah, well, that's Auburn's fault.
Wisconsin and Oklahoma State in the Guaranteed Rate Bowl. I mean,
okay, what's your joke about the guaranteed rate? Because I know you're going to say something like,
it's guaranteed that this game will not be fun.
Okay, so we're rating this game 2 thumbs down.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, these two teams were so disappointing. Oklahoma State, I was higher on in the year, and they just really let me down. I'm going to take Wisconsin in this game, and I'm going to write a mean letter to Mike Gundy and tell him he needs to improve next year.
Yeah. I agree. I'm taking Wisconsin as well.
He won't read it, though. UCF and Duke in the Military Bowl.
I already know I'm picking UCF in this game.
I'm picking Duke.
Why?
Because you just picked UCF?
Good enough answer for me.
I mean, this could be a good, fun, high-scoring game, but I'm definitely going with Duke. Arkansas and Kansas for the Battle of Kansas.
This is the battle of two teams that start off really, really good. Remember, Kansas started off, I think they were like 3-0. They were ranked in everything, and everybody in Kansas was going crazy, and then things just started to slip midway through the season. Similar story with Arkansas as well. With that being said, I'm going to stick with the SEC on this one. I'm going to stick with Arkansas.
I think Kansas gets out to an early lead, but then Arkansas goes, no, this is our Kansas, and they end up winning the Liberty Bowl. Our Kansas.
I'm slowly dying. All right.
Our Kansas.
I get it. No, I get it. The problem is I get it. That's
all right. Now this could be a fun one.
Or yes.
The Holiday Bowl, Wednesday night, 7:00. Got your little eggnog.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the week between the two.
Wait, Wednesday 7. Yeah, this is. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just think this will be a fun, exciting game to watch. I have no idea about Bo Nix's health still at this point. So it's interesting to see Oregon favored by 14. I think Oregon wins this one, but I think North Carolina puts up a lot of points and puts a scare into them.
With that being said, I'm going to go with UNC.
Good.
Yep, I'm going to go with UNC this one. Oregon's favored by what, 2 touchdowns?
May is somebody that they thought was going to get into the transfer portal, and he's decided to stay.
I don't see why he would. I mean, he's got a good thing going in North Carolina. They've won, 9 games this year? I mean, he's going to be in the future Heisman, the Heisman races. So just stick there, don't leave.
If they improve their defense at all, they'll be in the thick of the race next year.
Yeah. And they were in the game with Clemson in the ACC championship for a little while, but once they put Cade Klubnik in, that's why I said for a little while.
Yeah.
When DJ was playing.
Right after that quote. Yeah. When DJ, that's so mean, Raj. The second DJ went out.
I've been talking about DJ all year, and I just don't know what took Dabo so long to make the change. I think maybe Dabo was under the impression that they could win all those games without Cade, which they did, minus the Notre Dame game, of course.
And the
South Carolina game.
But you got to think they win at least one of those games with
South Carolina. I think they win that South Carolina game because even in the Notre Dame.
And then they're in the playoffs right now.
That's true. That's true. So. I think Dabo's looking at that and he's realizing the situation. He's like, man, I probably should have made the change earlier. But now, next year, I think Clemson's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
I agree. Texas Tech and Ole Miss.
I'm
going to take Ole Miss, and this is the Texas Bowl. I'm going to take Ole Miss. I think they need to wash that bad taste out of their mouth of the way the season ended.
Yeah.
Lane Kiffin did decide to stay. So
yeah.
I think
were you surprised that he's staying?
No, I think he gets more control at Ole Miss, and he's recruiting pretty well, and he's in the transfer portal pretty well. So I think he sees an opportunity, and I think if he wants to stay in SEC, maybe he's reaching a little higher than with Auburn. Plus, Auburn, just like with the way the people get involved and muck things up, I don't think Lane can be Lane at Auburn.
Yeah, and I think with what you said, like if he is to go to Auburn, it's almost like rebuilding. Like you might have a couple players stay there, but he's gonna have to start over with recruiting. wait for those recruits to come in, develop those recruits, and then by that third year, it's gonna be like they might already have 2 losing seasons. So
yeah,
why risk all that? So just stay where you are. Ole Miss had a pretty good season. And let's be honest, is Ole Miss going to be better than what they were this year? Probably not anytime soon. I mean, they'll probably have a similar season over the next 2 years anyway. So
yep. So I think he's just looking for a bigger jump.
Yeah.
If he does go. So
yeah.
All right, we're getting close to some of the bigger bowls. We'll get through a couple more here and then we'll cut off for time. Thursday, 1:00, Syracuse and Minnesota, the Pinstripe Bowl. I'm gonna take Minnesota. You taking Syracuse?
I'm taking Syracuse, yeah.
They started off the season hot and then just went into a huge tailspin.
Yeah.
And I think we called it before the Clemson game. That was like their Super Bowl. And after they lost that game, it was just kind of like over for them.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they pull out of the tailspin, so I'll take Minnesota in this game.
I'm going to go with Syracuse.
Oklahoma and Florida State. Florida State, quietly, not so quietly, had a really, really resurgent.
They had a good season, yeah. Shout out to Mike Norvell.
Yeah, very good. They stayed the course with him. They didn't make any rash decisions. They're letting him get some players in there. I think Florida State beats Oklahoma in the Cheez.
I do too. And let's not forget, Florida State beat LSU to start the season off too. So a team that we can.
I don't want to talk about the LSU thing anymore.
I'm going to go with Florida State. Well, I think Florida State wins this game by at least 14 points, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Oklahoma almost has the feel of like we just want the season over with.
Yeah.
That gives us a Thursday, 8 p.m., Texas and Washington, and the Alamo Bowl.
Bijan Robinson's not playing. Is that correct?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Okay.
Isn't it weird? Texas is 20, Washington is 14, Texas is favored.
Yeah, I was gonna pick them anyway, but yeah.
You're picking Texas. I'm picking Washington.
I'm going with Texas.
I think Washington would like to make a nice little Pac-12 statement here at the end. And without Bijan Robinson, I think that it'll be a little more pressure on Ewers. So
yeah.
I guess it's the Friday, 11 o'clock, the Duke's Mayo Bowl. Have you ever watched the Mayo Bowl?
I can't say that I have.
No joke.
Yeah.
The announcers spend the whole thing dipping different things into mayo and eat. Yeah, it's.
Are you serious?
1,000%. Go back.
I didn't even know there were that many different types of mayo.
No, there's not many different types of mayo, Raj. It's just mayo, but you dip anything you want into it.
Oh, I thought you said they were dipping something into different types of.
No, I'm sorry. I might have said weird. That, but they dip. I don't even want to discuss it because
I wouldn't even want to call that game. Yeah, that's so weird.
But they do that the whole game.
That is so strange. And that makes me now want to watch the game. Now
you have to do that. And then the winning coach gets dumped with a mayo over.
I have seen that. I have seen that. That would be disgusting.
It was South Carolina last year, I think.
Yeah, right? that would be disgusting because that's a smell that's going to be hard to get rid of. So
yeah, is it sad that I know more about the game than I do about the team's play?
Yes, it is. But,
I'm taking Talia and Maryland in this game.
I'm gonna take Little Talia as well.
Nope.
Let's go Maryland and Coach Locke.
And then I guess Leary's probably not even playing in this game for NC State.
Isn't he transferring?
He is in transfer portal.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll go for this one. Friday, 1 o'clock, Pittsburgh and UCLA.
UCLA in the Sun Bowl in El Paso.
What happens if UCLA meets UTSA?
Ooh, that would be a pretty cool matchup.
That would be a cool matchup.
A matchup of the UDs.
Okay, I'm taking UCLA because that.
I'm going with UCLA and DTR.
And then that gets us to Friday, 2:30, Notre Dame and South Carolina.
It's an interesting game. These are the two teams we just talked about that beat Clemson. South Carolina had a really good ending to the season. Spencer Rattler showed us the Spencer Rattler that he was back in high school pretty much, because once he got to OU, things didn't really pan out the way he wanted to.
True.
Notre Dame had a rough start to the season, but they finished pretty strong. Shout out to Marcus Freeman and this squad. I think it's going to be a battle of South Carolina's offense against Notre Dame's defense.
Yeah.
With that being said, I think
you with the expert analysis.
Hey, high five, Rob. Thank you. I'm gonna go with Spencer Rattler in South Carolina.
Yeah, we're going with the SEC in this one. Make a statement, South Carolina.
Yeah.
And the last game before we end this segment, start getting into a little bit more interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Ohio and Wyoming in the Arizona Bowl.
That just sounds so weird saying that. Ohio, Wyoming, Arizona Bowl.
Fun fact: the Arizona Bowl is held in Boise, which is in Michigan. All right, I'm just.
Why did I actually look at this like that was true? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I need to go to bed. It's already 8:30. Oh gosh.
I'm taking Wyoming, but I don't have any reasoning.
I'm just gonna stick with Wyoming too. I can't tell you one single player. Oh, I'm going with Wyoming because that's what Josh Allen played. He's a pretty good quarterback. I'll go with that. And don't bring up Saturday because. Anyway, all right.
All right. We're gonna take a quick break here. I'm gonna go get me some more of my 5-year-old.
Yeah, your 5-year-old truth. Tell. Hey, I want to hear you tell Britt that I said that. I want to hear her reaction.
I will. When we come back, I'll let you know what she said. All right.
All right.
Take a quick break here. I might do some Clash of Clans attacks real quick, and then we will be back.
Pro Garage Podcast. Don't miss us.
People are gonna think we're drunk.
Cool.
All right. We'll be right back. Roll Tide, everybody.
Roll Tide.